We have somebody special coming in, actually. Meredith McLaren of Hinges is going to be in.
Yeah, she's a local writer, artist who published her first book through Image, actually. It was her very first full story, and Image picked it up this year and published it, and Volume 2 is coming out this week, so we'll talk really briefly with her about that.
Awesome.
So we have a special guest with us this week because Volume 2 of her new book, Hinges, is coming out this Wednesday. So we had her in store. We had our first book club discussion. We discussed Hinges Volume 1, which was fantastic, and I learned a lot of interesting things about how your brain works, I guess. But
I'm sorry.
It was exciting, really. But Hinges, for people who have never read it before, what is it about?
It is about a world that is occupied by dolls, puppets, and stuffed animals, and it's about a doll named Oreo, and she has an imp companion named Bobble. And in the second book, she is exploring a little bit more of the world she inhabits.
This sounds really exciting. You said it's going to be a 3-volume series, most likely?
Yep. I'm working on the 3rd volume now. Should be out in 2017, around this time.
Excellent. We'll have some nice splash art of her fantasticness. I love your tagline. I have a niche in cute.
Cute sells. Cute sells really, really well.
It's a really cute book. I highly recommend it. We'll have it for sale here in the store. You can always get it from wherever your comic books are sold.
Yeah, Meredith McLaren StoreEnvy.com. I think we'll also have some goodies.
Meredith McLaren StoreEnvy.com. Do it. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. All right, so I guess we can just jump right into, now that that is over and done with, time things.
Yeah.
So let's jump into what's coming out this week, aside from the wonderful Hinges.
Heck yeah. All right, well, Spider-Man #1 is out this week.
That's a popular title.
I'm super excited about that.
You and 40 other people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all of these subscribers on our box. That's not super original.
Yeah, I think it's the 6th or 7th now most popular title subscribed here at the shop.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So, yeah, that's Miles Morales again, which is going to be kind of cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
So he's the main Spider-Man
he is
now?
Spider-Man, not Amazing Spider-Man,
Not Ultimate Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. And actually, that's kind of how Marvel has been marketing him. We really don't know much more about what his arc is going to look like here. We know he's part of the All New, All Different Avengers, and he's dealing with this whole new universe, but that's about it. It's Bendis continuing his story, and then the art is going to be by Sarah Pichelli. Tons of spot blacks, lots of detail there, so it's going to be great. So, yeah.
I love hearing you talk about art because you're an artist. You're like, yeah, I can use the actual words you're supposed to use to talk about art, whereas I'm like, it feels gritty.
Yeah, spot blacks, I guess, for people who don't know, is like a large area of black.
Okay.
Typically, the way it was explained to me was it's on a specific character, but can also be in terms of what your page looks like. You want a lot of dynamic contrast between negative space and positive space, and one way to do that is tons of hatching and tons of like thick blacks and the sketch work. Because they haven't released too many full pages yet of Miles Morales, but they've released like a good 3 or 4 pages, I think, at this point, of her blacks and whites, and they're just so nice. So,
Yay. When the line art is good, and then the color is going on top of it, and you're just, perfect concert.
It's going to be amazing, you guys. So.
Cool. So that's Spider-Man. There's the Marvel #1s are finally slowing down. Thank God.
Yeah.
Boo. Okay. But let's jump over to a different publisher and go with another relaunch. We already talked about Red Sonja, which happened a few weeks ago. But the next in the 3 Dynamite Ladies redesign is Deja Thoris. And that's coming out this week. Deja Thoris is a character that I have not read a whole lot of in the past. She's originally from the pages of the novels by Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Oh, okay.
And she was a princess on the Martian, Martian city of Helium.
Okay.
So in this story, her father's gone missing. So her father, the king, is now missing, and she has to basically assume the throne, assume power. And once she assumes leadership of Helium, she learns some very interesting secrets about her history, about her past, and things that she didn't know. And now that information is going to lead her on some adventures and some fact-finding quests outside of Helium.
Okay.
This one is written by Frank J. Barbieri, and Francesco Manna is doing art.
Okay, awesome.
So, and Tula Lotte has been doing alternate covers for the three ladies, and her art is just beautiful. It's just layered with colors. It's not a whole lot of line work. It's mostly just color patches, and it's very
She
nice.
tends to highlight things really well. Does lots
She
of
uses
work.
odd colors too.
She does.
Odd, very kind of trippy color choices, but it's some beautiful stuff. And her cover for Deja Thoris is gorgeous, as was her cover for Red Sonja.
Very cool. Well, actually, if we're talking about trippy kind of colors and artwork,
We are.
Yeah, let's head into Kennel Block Blues, which
That is trippy.
that is on my top 10 list of weirdest comics that are coming out this year, and it's only January.
Oh god.
It's actually written by Ryan Ferrier, who did Curb Stomp and Dave, so both under
Okay.
Boom. Yeah, and Dave is super weird for fans
Yeah.
of that. Yeah, Kennel Block Blues. It's a series of anthropomorphic cats and dogs, mostly dogs. And Oliver he's a family dog. He's a good dog, but he's been sent to death row at Jackson Kennel.
Aww.
Yeah, so he has to band together with some friends and break out. But while he is under that much stress, he also starts to go a little nuts. So then he sort of breaks out into all of these loony. I think the team said it was actually Looney Tunes inspired. Hallucinatory
the
sequences.
Looney in Looney Tunes is what you're saying.
Yeah, yep, definitely. The preview itself was just super weird. He's as he's going through processing, and he's still just tripping balls every couple of seconds.
Did it
It's
strike
amazing.
you as that this story is supposed to be a commentary of any kind, or is it just this is the story and it's just a weird story into itself, or does it feel like it's supposed to be saying something else?
It's very hard to place.
Okay.
The team has said that if it reminds you of someone you love or some injustice that's been done, then awesome. But that is not their goal.
Okay.
Because they've also said that they just as much enjoyed kind of the heartbreaking story, and they really enjoyed Sarah Pacelli's on the. Or sorry, I lied. Daniel Bayliss is the artist on that of Translucent.
Bayliss. Yeah, yeah.
So he did some really gorgeous layouts and stuff like that, and they enjoyed drawing those really trippy sequences as much as they did making social kind of commentary.
Okay, so it could be a little bit of both, because when you're talking about prisons, there's a lot of social
yeah.
commentary and socio-political stuff you could pull out of the cracks.
And I think with they already go into the dogs, what kind of dogs they are and their breeds and their backgrounds, and I do believe there's probably a lot of fertile ground for how that could mirror our society. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
But it's good for people who maybe like animals,
Yeah.
or just people who like trippy stuff.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's it appeals to I think a lot of different genres.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Let's keep going with the crazy train and go to Deadpool.
Yeah. The craziest of them all.
Yeah, so Deadpool's got a new miniseries coming out this week called Deadpool and the Mercs for Money.
Oh boy.
Trademark.
Oh boy.
It is a 5-part miniseries, and Deadpool is an official Avenger now,
Yes.
but, he still can't stop being Deadpool. So, as he's an Avenger, he now has the Mercs for Money, this ragtag group of wannabes that they introduced several issues back, I think.
Oh yeah. They're actually kind of dealing with the aftermath of that in the current Deadpool series. Yeah.
So they're taking care of his dirty work, essentially. So if you've got some interesting job that needs doing, you can still go to Deadpool, and his Mercs for Money will take care of it for you.
Yeah. One incarnation in one color of suit will
Yeah.
come get you.
And of course, this particular 5-issue arc will focus on this a particular job that they're going to get. They have to retrieve an artifact for some company, and crazy things will happen. With artifacts. So something goes wrong, or something gets interesting.
Oh boy,
and
this is gonna go the route of S.H.I.E.L.D., isn't it?
probably.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be exciting.
It's Deadpool, yeah, and it's written by Cullen Bunn,
Oh, nice.
which is interesting because he is a fantastic writer.
Yeah.
And then Salva Espin is doing the art.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Nice. All right. Well, and then I think that concludes our our week. This has been a heavy indie week.
The only other number ones coming out this week are Mirror from Image, iMage, which is a short little mini-series about Kai, who goes back in time to study prehistoric magic. So he's like medieval era magic, and he's studying it, and he gets stuck there because time machines break and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
And then Voracious, which I don't know what to make heads or tails of, is coming from Action Lab. It is about a chef who is at the end of his rope, and he's tired, he's bored, and he hates cooking now, and he's sad and washed up, and then he finds a time machine and goes back to the dinosaur era, and now is going to fetch dinosaurs and bringing them back and cooking them for people, and that reinvigorates his career.
I would totally eat
Because that's a
Tyrannosaurus
thing.
Rex.
Yeah.
Yes, apex predator.
So that's what's coming out this week.
Cool.
So 7 new number ones and
Awesome.
some interesting stuff, some really crazy, whacked out, trippy things.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, and Hinges. Hinges Volume
Yes.
2, which I'm so excited about. And support indie creators, support creators. If you like their stuff, buy their stuff because it helps them.
It lets us eat.
We
like eating.
yes. And we like supporting them. We like making them more stuff. So support indie comics, support your local creators, buy Meredith McLaren's book,
Yeah, Meredith.
and read
we'll see
more
you guys
comics. Yeah.
Yeah.